brings you in through food by leveraging our local health boosting spices like garlic, ginger, and turmeric, locust beans, to mention but a few, so that you can get the rich, healthy taste of home. We started in June 2024, and we aim to cater to over 50 persons with 10 repeat customers, and we aim to generate up to 170,000 naira in sales since inception. The table consists of a team of 4 persons. Our chef, Bola, she's on her way. Our brand designer, B-Boy, is here in the crowd. Ms. Ebini, our dietitian advisor, and myself, the brand manager. With this grant, we'll be able to scale, increase our customer base, and scale our profit margin by 30% in the next 6 months by investing in our branding and marketing, and get kitchen equipment like a freezer and few food items in bulk to scale up our kitchen operations. This people is not just feeding people. We are nourishing a healthy Africa through the power of technology and tradition. And we're inviting you to join us on this culinary revolution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, you can see the clap, and some of us experienced how the last pitch. Your slide, no, but it's fine. So we also experienced how the last pitch. And for those of us who tasted their meal, please, can you signify? In the last speech. Okay, good. So how was it? Say that again. How nice? 1 to 10. So 1 to 10, how nice? 7. Okay, so the reason why I asked is products like ours, more than talking, it's more of showing, right? So she was not able to bring a couple of that today, but we experienced it the last time. I didn't know, but I saw it, and it was pretty cool. So, well done, but I have just very few questions. So what's your business model like?
Okay, so currently, because we are still students, we do soup bowls, and we also do food packs. So there's a certain time in the day, in the afternoon, when our food is ready, and we send out to customers. So we get to order even before it's ready. So currently that's
pre-ordering.
Yes.
So after pre-ordering, you make the meal, and when you're done, those people that pre-order, you share.
But people also order even after pre-order.
Even after. So what happens after when you already make the food?
We send it out.
You make the portion of those that pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not make a new fresh one?
No. We try to make excess.
You always make excess.
Yes.
Okay. Here, Emerging Community Africa, we're also very into your product and technology.
Yes.
Right? So far, from the last time we pitched till now, what is the synergy between your product and technology?
Okay, so we are working on having a website. That's going to cost much, so we are making plans for that. And in the coming years, we intend to have an app that helps people to create new plans for themselves. So you get to impute your health peculiarities. Then this app will help you, will advise you on meal proportion, the nutrients that you are deficient of, that you need, that are included in the food that you consume. And we get to also provide this food to you.
Okay, so how are you going to then spend the 500K?
So currently, for the 500K, we are going to invest in branding and marketing and getting a freezer and few food items in bulk. Yes.
Thank you very much. Do you want to go after that?
Alright, so I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Number one is that because it's a known fact that there is no monopoly when it comes to restaurants. No monopoly at all. Anybody that sits down in a class probably cook good food. Do you understand? But then, understanding that it's a SME niche, there's still the fact of scale. I mean, if you cook for Akure, it's fine. But there are a lot of persons in Akure and there are still competitions for them. If this were to become big at all, it's by chance you get things right and this becomes big. How big can it be?
Okay, so we intend to scale to other neighboring states like Ekiti, Osun, and Ogun states, Ibadan.
So how big can this become?
We see Africa.
You see Africa?
Yes.
Good. That is
We see, yes.
good. Now, another question, because I'm actually everybody.
So personally, helping and creating really people. But I'm going to speak in respect to our customers and repeat customers when they ask about us. So they ask here, we have to talk about our brand. So normally in Akure, people that sell and the rest, their packaging to get poor and all. But our customer repeatedly tell us that it was always later when they get the food. And the speed of delivery, we have to comment about. So how do you feel that? The packaging is yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Native. Can we have the next business? Pisco. So please, immediately after Pisco, let's have Perfect Happiness Bakery. Perfect Happiness Bakery, immediately after Pisco.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ojiri Bafo, Creative Director at Pisco, a farm based in Akure, Nigeria. In 2021, I had a very important family event to attend to. It was my other sister's marriage. And the tailor decided to behave as tailors behave. And that morning, he called me that he wouldn't be able to deliver, the fabric was bad, the seam was bad, the regular excuses. And that singular event actually brought to the birth of Pisco. Pisco is focused on delivering speed and excellence at unbelievable prices. We focus on creating custom tailored regalas for each and every classic man that walks through our door. Now, there's 1.6 million people between the ages of 20 and 60 in Akure, Nigeria, and that is our major target audience. We also understand the buyer psychology as people that prefer value for their money, and we understand that people prefer clothes that are both functional and aesthetically pleasing. For our business model, Pisco has three major sources of revenue. One is our retail store based in Akure, Nigeria. We also have sales through our social media platform, namely Instagram and WhatsApp. And we also work with other businesses in and out of Akure in order for us to generate revenue. Over the years, Pisco has been to partner with over 8 different businesses in and out of Nigeria in order to drive down costs and also reduce our turnover time. Some of them are Kennedy Textiles, MGP, Rapid Exchange, and the likes of them. For our customers reviewing our products, please, if you have not Pisco in the room, please stand up. If you have not Pisco in the room, please stand up. Round of applause for yourself for coming up for me. That's the family of Pisco. This is why exactly Pisco is different. Speed and excellence at unbelievable prices. No one does it better than us. And for what we want to use the 500K for, we want to get another sewing machine in order to reduce our turnover time by 10% and increase our productivity by 25%. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The suit you're on, who made it?
Probably Pisco.
Do you think that it's nice? Does it look nice? Okay, so you had a very good pitch, presentation.
Thank you, sir.
It was really nice. What do you think you do wrong?
Sorry, can you rephrase for me, sir?
What do you think you do wrong? For example, that if you had more money, or if you had more business understanding,
Yes, sir.
or something else, you would have done it better. Right? What do you currently believe that you're not doing as you should in Pisco?
The system I run Pisco with that enables us to deliver at such speed is optimized to its max, but I believe that it can also be optimized more.
You're still selling. You're still trying to patronize us. We got you, we agree.
Okay.
It's perfect, it's fine. But every business has one or two current challenges, right?
Okay.
So identify for us one of that current challenge, right?
Okay, one major challenge Pisco face is the issue with outsourcing some of our books. For example, we outsource the monogram, like the design. Please, rapid stand up. You can see that thing on his chest is outsourced. It's a monogram machine. We don't have it, although we're looking for the money for it currently, right? The people that make it, they always fail, right? So we always have to maneuver all around it. So that majorly affects us in a very, very significant way.
So tell us now how you manage that.
Okay. First of all, I have a certain partnership with him that makes him attend to my work first before the other person. Quite as I'm speaking with you now, There's about 4 acadas being made now that will be delivered by like 2 o'clock today, and I did it yesterday because we have an understanding within ourselves. Although at certain times he likes to disappoint, but I give a very close tabs on him. I've been calling him since 2 a.m. today just because I want my brothers today.
Thank you. Thank you. So you identified. Thank you. So you identified a lot of. First, before I go further, I'd like to celebrate a lot of amazing men and women right in front of me. Please, can we celebrate them again? Thank you, Saz and Ma, because I can see some couple of people that I also identify. G Sound and many of our amazing people right in front of us. Please, let's celebrate them again. All right. So currently, aside from the business model where you have a working store, where you have a social media platform and all of those things, for scalability,
Yes, sir.
what other model do you think you should bring along?
Okay, we're currently working on a subsidiary for Pisco. It's called Cross Stitches. It's a service for tailors, so it includes both the monogram, right, and like the suit you're putting on, the button and the button is stamped by a machine. It's not available in our Korea. So a lot of tailors opt for other options. The confidence I have on me was made by, my shirt was made in Delta. I made myself in Delta, so they have the machine there. So if you can get those machines, our turnover time should drop by like 50% because I don't no longer have to wait for him to keep my involved with 5 and finish them up.
You answered my question. You have a business clustering plan, right, to have a new feature or something
Yes,
to your product.
Yes, sir.
But you were not, the machine thing did not answer my question, so it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Come back. Thank you. Very pitch, but I have a question because last time when you pitched, we had a little long debate about your difference.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And I'm very keen on difference because if everybody can do what you're doing, then there will be no need for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, your difference still seems to be, you said excellence and
Speed.
speed and excellence, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's remove excellence because, it's something everybody can pick up, right?
Yes.
But speed.
Yes.
Now, I have a guy that can deliver in 3 hours, right?
Yes, sir.
So, why would I need to come for you?
Sorry, come again. I don't get the question.
Okay, I have a guy that can deliver in 3 hours
Yes, sir.
compared to you.
Yes, sir.
You said, what's your time with me? How fast can you deliver?
12 hours.
12 hours.
Yes, sir.
So now there's another person that can deliver 4 hours.
Yes, sir.
When you said speed is your advantage,
Yes, sir.
how is that?
Okay. Apart from the fact that we also have speed, right? We understand that there are about 4 different delivery companies based in Nigeria. There's Glovo, there's Childek, there's Uber Eats, and Cook Eat too, right? Right?
There's no vote.
There's Glovo too, right? The idea is, unlike your guy that can drop it in 3 hours, that you probably don't like, I have a family of people. Pisco is built as a community based.
Wait. You made a very wrong assumption. Very wrong one that I probably don't like. I like my tailor
Okay.
and it's good.
Okay, sir.
Good.
Okay. Pisco is built as family based, right? It's built as more or less as a community. I can tell you, you can pick anybody at random and I can tell you 7% of the measurement of my head.
Speed. Answer to that your difference. Speed. Isn't that your advantage?
Yes, sir.
So how do you make that speed
The
possible?
market is big. There's a lot of people in the market. I have a major market code that is mine and I'm comfortable with it, sir.
Wait. How do you make your speed possible different from what other persons can make possible? Different from what other
Sorry, I don't really get your question. Can you rephrase it in a way
Is
that I
that what gets
understand,
my
sir?
question here? No. It's an advantage. Listen up, guys. Listen up very well, please. Here is something you have to do. You can't come out and say you are a shoemaker. Do you know how many shoemakers we have in Nigeria? Do you know how many shoemakers can be in Akure? You know what happens to that? Your market becomes small because of large competitor base. You will never make it that way. Get and understand it very well. The reason why I said it earlier that there is no monopoly on food. Everybody can open restaurants and to be a competition of capital. And then if you can employ the best of hands, chefs, they can have the best restaurants around that will easily beat yours away. What happens to you? your market becomes small, you go bankrupt. Unless you are different, you can't have a big market. This is no joke game. You're competing with over 20 million artisans that want to take the same 200 million market. Do you understand? So it's not a joke thing. How much do you think you make per month that will be convenient for you? In a market that you have large customers, so there has to be a difference. If you're selling ice cream, there has to be a reason why I will come to your own ice cream shop compared to going to the other, cold store or whatever. Do you understand? Difference is key. Now, it's different, it's sweet. You have to understand when you're coming here, we're all doing business. I have businesses running and they've all come with a difference. 6 a.m. this morning, I'm out of the street shipping my product to Lagos. Do you understand? Now, that difference is key. Your key difference is speed.
Yes, sir.
Now, what makes that speed different that other persons cannot make possible? If you can deliver in 4 hours, people can come out and deliver in 1 hour. There's a reason why. What is your own reason for your speed being faster than others?
Speed is one of our major differences.
What makes it possible for you?
We have an in-house system that runs. It's custom built by.
So that in-house system that runs is your advantage. What makes that in-house system different? How do you make it possible?
All clothes are cut according to a specific pattern.
Machines.
Yes, I use machines.
Good. Is it automated?
Semi-automated.
Good. That's your advantage. That's your difference. That's what can make you faster.
I don't really understand the question, sir.
So that if you want to give you money, you understand very well. But if you have a difference that is crazy and advantage, I'll give you that.
Thank you, sir.
Please understand that we don't want you to be small. We're in a big trouble. A continent of 1.74 billion people. And then over 60% of us don't have jobs. You are the one that's going to create it, but you have to be big. So you can take in more persons, make more money. Do we understand? God bless. Next person, please.
We are about to thank you very much.
Please encourage her.
Just like every cake has a great recipe, I will show you the secret behind Perfect Happiness Bakery. Hi everyone, my name is Blessing Ojedron and I'm the founder of Perfect Happiness Bakery. PHB is a registered business with a team of 6, and we started with an idea of bringing joy into people's life through cakes and pastries. We wanted every cake to reflect happiness, creativity, and love. So, starting from small neighborhood cake orders into big event cakes, PHB has grown through passion, word of mouth, and commitment to quality. What problem do we solve? We solve the problem of convenience, where we are able to create personalized quick cake options for last-minute orders. And also, we create specialty cakes with dietary requirements. Especially gluten-free cakes. So what sets us apart is our packaging, and also the use of healthy ingredients such as canola oil in our red velvet cake, naturally processed cocoa powder in our chocolate cakes. Also, our target market is individuals, education, and also corporate organizations. So our comparative advantage over other businesses is our quick, last-minute solutions and reliable delivery with complete customization for each customer's special event. And our financial overview, through our main income comes from our weekend cake treats, our quick cake options, and likewise our event catering. So in a month, we are able to generate between 200 to 350,000 naira, and with a profit percentage of 30%. So, however, with this grant, we are able to upgrade one of our baking equipment, especially our mixer, into a bigger one. Likewise, we are able to invest part of this grant into marketing, especially on our social media platform, which will increase our customer base and also increase our revenue. Thank you.
Thank you. So again, when I see certain things like technology and how, either hardware or software, when I see food, when I see, for example, the lady who came with the bead bags and stuff, right? I believe that products like that, you don't have to talk about them from an idea standpoint. You show, those products. Am I right? Yeah. So she also made this cake the last time, and I believe some people also tasted from it. If I'm right. Where's someone? I just want to confirm if there was anybody in the last speech who tasted of cake. Let me just confirm that to be sure that we have a check on that. Then I ask other further questions. Please, can anybody confirm? Okay, nobody. All right. So someone, when you did the last time, you tasted our cake. How was it? 1 to 10. 9 over 10. Okay, so thank you. Why did you give her 10?
Can do better.
Okay, so I'll ask you my first question from that. From your journey of making cake, right? What is the most important feedback a customer has given to you? And what feedback in your business?
Generally, I would say sugar. So, and for a while now, I do a lot of online classes just to check other recipes and also adjust them to. I do is that once I get a new recipe, I give it to people around me to help check the sugar level. I use my dad because he's someone that does not like sugar at all. He doesn't like a lot of sugar. So I give him that particular cake, and likewise my sister. Both of them are my major people that check my sugar level in my cakes. So I've tried as much as possible to do that. And after that, I will sell out the cakes and also give it to some of my customers just to help me check. And once they give me the feedback, I will continue with the production.
All right, thank you. So it's a good way to get feedbacks, right? But there are better ways, right? So when it comes to, for example, the conversation of sugar, you can't compare your dad's love for sugar to your dad's withdrawal from sugar to someone else, or maybe a young child who actually prefer that, because then that person might not be your customer. So that can be your measuring point, right? So I believe that there should be standard practice to most of all these things, right? And that's why if you want to get maybe a NAFDAC number, all of those things, it comes with ensuring that you're in line with standard practice. So, for example, I'm sure there will be an amount or a portion of flour, for example, that should be, a particular amount of sugar should be on. And that measurement should exist somewhere, I can guarantee you. I'm sure the internet space and, different spaces would definitely have that information. Those are the kind of things I'm expecting to hear. Not that you use your father's taste bud to determine what you sell to everybody as your final sugar level and stuff.
I have some an answer to that. So because she says sugar, that's why
as a cake baker or as a baker, what is your major feedback and how have you worked on that particular feedback?
So, okay. I would say texture, the cake texture and the sugar level. So what I did was that I went back. I actually told two of my customers that buy cakes from me more. I baked 2 different cake recipes. I adjusted the sugar level, and then also some other ingredients just to increase, just to
manage that texture the person mentioned. So I gave the two customers, and they gave me their feedback. Although one took the other cake as the best, the other person, while checking their again to just get a particular one cake recipe that I can use for further.
Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Okay, can we have BK at the end, please? A round of applause for us. Please, you have 3 minutes. Please keep to your time.
Just imagine showing up at an occasion with a unique outfit which shows your identity without you speaking. Good day, everyone. I'm Balogun Bolatito Grace, the Executive Director of BK Adire Creation. In today's fashion industry, there is a growing demand for unique, significant, and culturally sustainable products. That is why BK Adire specializes in making high-quality and handcrafted tie-and-dye wear known as Adire joggers, Adire t-shirts, hoodies, and kampalas for different age groups. We value environmental and cultural sustainability. That is why we engage in fabric recycling, where we revamp old and stained ways. Our market strategies. Our business operates on a direct-to-customer model, leveraging online and on-site platforms to reach our audience. Our true brand ambassadorship and collaboration. Our targets are male and female of different age groups. Our targets also are event organizers, fashion designers, and art collectors. Why choose BK Adire Creation? We make use of eco-friendly dye for every of our production. We make customized design and authentic African print to suit our client's personality. And our customer service is top-notch. That is why we have returning customers. And trust me, some of our returning customers are part of the audience. Our monthly revenue streams is 300,000 naira from the time we started our business, March 7, 2023 till date. With this grant, we'll be able to get a workspace, procure some production equipment like the waxing machine, build a business website, and collaborate with local influencers to boost our market visibility. We'll be able to grow our team and engage in voluntary work through skill acquisition. To us, BK Adire Creation is not just a business, it's a movement to preserve and celebrate our cultural heritage while meeting the demand of modern markets and making social impact through skill acquisition. Now, do you need IG at BK Adire Creation, or send us a DM on WhatsApp, or let's meet outside after this event. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. The beautiful thing is, whether or not she gets in, at least she also had to market herself, right? So, and some of you have already gotten that, so it's amazing, brilliant. Please celebrate that again. I have 2 questions for you. Number one, you said your business streams, right? But when you talked about streams, you didn't say the streams is like a list of, for example, income stream, number 1, number 2, number 3, right? So you didn't give us what are those streams because they are synonymous to your business model, right? So you didn't give us that. That's number 1. Number 2 is we're in modern world, right? How do you plan on telling a story that preserves the interest in Adire clothing? Because watch this. Currently, how many of you here is wearing? Who is wearing Adire currently in the hall? Just signify, please. Anybody, please just stand up or signify or something if you're wearing Adire at the moment. Say that again. Someone, so one person upstairs, right? So Now, use that margin. So imagine the number of people that are here. And of this number, we have one person upstairs who is wearing adire. So it's because we are all tilting to the modern world. Even if we're gonna wear native and stuff, right? We wear a lot of different Thank you. So we have different style of native and all of those things. So how do you want to preserve the importance, or how do you want to ensure that Adire becomes a talk of town? People are interested in wearing it again. And talk about it from a place of sustainability and scalability. Emphasis on sustainability and scalability. Thank you.
From sustainability, some people do not believe in cultural heritage, so would make more of productions that represent each state, like Eba would look into some patterns that we can draw or bring out or paint on a clothes, and while working the clothes as brand ambassadorship, when people see it, they'll be able to like connect to a particular culture. And that will also further advertise the business and we want people to patronize the brand. Talking about sustainability. For the business streams depends on how our clients patronizes us, because we have various ranges of how we sell our Adire our Adire clothes, the Adire t-shirts, and after removing the cost of production and the overhead production and the expenses. So we arrive at an average stream. That's why I said 300K.
All right. What's the second question? Thank you. Beautiful business. So now let's think about this. Now imagine that everybody can do exactly this idea. Yes. I got the fact that you said why we should buy from you, different from other businesses. And it was good, it was well aligned. But do you have an unfair advantage? There's this guy I saw on Instagram yesterday. He has 158,000 followers. And he does this big Adire event in Lagos. We all go, it's really beautiful. Why should I not buy from him and come buy from him? Think about it. Try and understand.
Okay. The reason why you have to come and buy from me is because we have difference in Adire making. We make use of different dyes. We make use of wax dye, we make use of reactive nylon dyes. But for our own business, we make use of wax dye. Though the dye is very, very expensive, but it's eco-friendly because when we use the dye, people put on the clothes. So, and we will not want something that will react to their skin. So we go with eco-friendly dye, while some other Adire makers make use of different dyes. So telling them that they will not want something that would tarnish their skin. So we tell them we'll make use of eco-friendly dye. And
you're assuming that he himself does not know that. This is what I said.
not everyone knows it.
Not everyone, and it's that big, I don't know it. Right? But think about this. Imagine that I can wear your Adire, and then by the time it gets old, I can bring it back to you and get another one and have a little price. Yet he does not offer that. Don't you think I'll come to you?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's an unfair advantage. Do you understand now? Thank you.
Okay, so let's have Charlotte O Designs and last thing get ready, Ruby Paste. Charlotte O Design and Ruby Paste, please get ready.
Adolu Adiola. I'm the founder of Shalom Fashion Arena. After I dropped out from 4A, I would say it's actually a blessing for me because during the period of staying back at home was when I learned fashion designing. So as a fashion brand, aside from the custom made dresses we make for our customer, I thought of it that, oh, why can I compensate my return and referral customers? So I decided to come up with making a jotter and a hairband for them as a gift. So subsequently, I posted it on my IG and people get to order more for this. And also, as a fashion brand, I'm in the big fashion world of fashion designer where tons of waste are being generated annually. So looking back to 4 years that we've started this business, we've gathered a lot of waste and what we can and what can I do with all this waste? I decided to come up with the idea of making jewelry box with some of these scraps, drawstring bags, tote bags, and like even a flat slide with these scraps. So, as a fashion brand, we are not only looking at producing all these products, we are also looking at empowering youth who are interested in learning how to make all this scrap and also to make use of their own fabric. Wearing, I turned my old jeans to this skirt. So they can actually utilize their own scrap and old clothes in making creative and unique pieces from it. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think that is you make things, then eventually in turn your waste or remaining
Apprentices are here also. So we work together on making the clothes and we just tell them that if they actually order for it, they can get it ordered. So we work together on making all this. I do read it.
Now this is beautiful. Extremely good idea. Okay? And that's because like I've never heard it so much. People use scraps to make new cloth. And then there's another why it's special. It's special because it's going to be affordable. And the last time that we met, that was my same comment, right?
Yes, sir.
But then how do you upscale this?
So subsequently, we are hoping to get sewing machine, especially industrial sewing machine. It's faster, so it will increase our production.
That's one. How do you get the materials in bulk?
Okay, we intend on collaborating with fashion designer companies in both locals and any other one that we can reach out to. We do have a lot of waste. We just collaborate with them to get all this waste and turn it to unique pieces.
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you.
The last business, Woody Paste. Very quickly, Woody Paste.
Okay.
bribery?
No, sir. According to National Institute of Health, over 60% of snacks consumed daily in our country are filled with unhealthy fats, artificial preservatives, and flavors. On January 14, 2024, a woman was reported and she was caught melting polythene, known as nylon, inside the oil she was using to fry her plantain chips. And according to her, she said that polythene was going to help the plantain chips harden and prevent it from breaking, which of course you know that is very dangerous to the health. Good day everyone, my name is Dolako Adewale and I'm the brand owner of Ruby Taste. Ruby Taste is a brand dedicated to producing healthy local snacks. But sadly, we are unable to reach out to bigger companies, bigger supermarkets, because our products are not registered with NAFDAC yet. At Ruby Taste, we focus on selling snacks that are healthy. What we do at Ruby Taste is we bring back to your memory the authentic traditional local snacks that you used to take while you are a child, and also ensuring that our snacks are healthy for consumption to our customers. We are not just making snacks, we are preserving our cultural heritage and also making sure that we provide a healthier option for our customers. Our snacks are locally produced. We make use of finely natural ingredients to give our customer a taste of home and also support local farmers. Imagine a world where you don't have to choose between your cravings and your health. Ruby Taste is creating that world where you can get to enjoy your favorite snacks without worrying about your health, because our snacks are made from natural ingredients, no added additives or preservatives. With these grants, I can get my products registered with NAFDAC, scale up our production, and also extend our distribution channels so as to ensure that our snacks can be sold at bigger supermarkets and we can reach out to a lot of audience, and also a lot of people can get to enjoy the culinary local snacks, the flavor of our local snacks. We are not just selling snacks, we are creating a movement towards a healthier eating and also celebrating the flavors of our local culture. Thank you.
Thank you. I think it's good to say they saved something very good for the last, you know. When it comes to things like tech, you know, things that you can show, you can see. You rather show us than just talk about it. And this was the only thing I had the last speech, and it was nice. So I don't have to call from the audience that if anybody. So you're doing pretty amazing. I love your unique selling point. I love the fact that you're also paying attention to healthy lifestyle. You know, you did your homework, right? From all the feedbacks that you were given. So you did an amazing homework. Now, when it comes to the economics of scale, right? Unique economics and all those things. Do you think this business can be a multi-million or multi-billion-dollar business?
Yes, sir.
I wish you said no. But since you said yes, how?
Okay. Everyone agree with me that 3 out of 5 people take snacks daily.
Sure.
Snacks business is a very, very saturated business, but we still have a problem of healthy snacks. It's mass production of snacks. They have additives, preservatives that are not healthy, that are being added to that snacks in order to make it the longevity, to extend the longevity. But here what we do at Ruby Taste is that we produce those snacks in small batches. We don't just do snacks at lengths at once. We produce them in small batches so that for every batch we are taking out and for every batch our customers are eating, it is as fresh as new. We don't make very large mass production of snacks, not because we cannot do it, but because we don't want to add those preservatives which are not healthy for the health. So we produce in small batches.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to ask you a last question, but this question is not, I'm not going to use it for your score, right? So take it personally. I don't know some of you that know Inyaboyeji, Flutterwave. So we speak a lot, and yesterday he made a post and he said that if you want to get VC's investment, if your revenue is not above $1 million, right, it takes forever. It's chaotic. It's a lot of work. You go through, a lot of stress, and all of those things. And I see this not just in Nigeria, in many other places, many other countries. When I work with startups and all those things, even in their country, right? Now, you see it's possible when you get to that level. And I'm not doubting that this can be a multi-billion dollar business. But I want to ask you a very honest and fair question. Whatever comes to you in life, generally, do you think you're going to do whatever it takes? And you know whatever it takes to get this business from whatever it is now to whatever it is going to be then. I personally don't get interested in things that can't scale to that level. Right? I don't care how small it is. So do you think, personally, that you know what is going to take you from here to there? And do you think that it is possible? I'm not going to use this, just be very honest.
Yes, sir. It is very possible.
And you know what?
Yes, I know what it takes, and that is why I'm here. Because according to my plan, the first thing is to get our business, our products registered with NAFDAC first, so we can start supplying to bigger supermarkets. That way we can reach out to more customers. So that is why I'm here asking for this grant, to get the products registered with NAFDAC first. Then from there, we can start supplying to more supermarkets and then reach out to more customers.
All right. So thank you so much. So I don't know whatever the end product would be, right? I don't know what the end product would be, but I want to see you get to that point. So I personally would do whatever would get you to that point. That was my case. If you believe that, thank you.
Thank you very much. You're sweating.
I have this.
Right now, we are having tested after this time. Oh, good, brother. So now, your difference is very convincing. Especially when I heard your difference, I paused and I looked. I mean, why is that? A lot of persons are making plantain chips and other things that they make. As a matter of fact, like you also said, government approval can be a unique advantage for you, an unfair one, as a matter of fact, distribution. Now, but there's an issue here. A whole lot of persons produce this same thing. As a matter of fact, myself, I have a subsidiary that makes something like this with NAFDAC approval. You understand? My advantage is working. Now, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about something else. Now, what was your difference that you mentioned that was unique? Is that you said you custom make this per order.
Yes, sir. Most especially our plantain chips. We have varieties. We have ripe and salt.
So wait, good. Now, you custom make this makes a lot of sense because compared to Toyota and Rolls-Royce, there are differences. One is custom made, limited editions, not so much per year, and they make a whole lot of money. Now, but they catch up with scale, like pricing. Rolls-Royce is extremely expensive, not for the average poor Nigerian, you understand? Compared to Toyota, everybody can just get it. Now, how much is this per unit?
That's 1,800.
So how can you catch up when it's custom made to 1 million persons ordering it, fresh as it comes?
The thing is, this lags, like I said earlier.
Wait, think about my question very well. Now I'm trying to answer it.
My question is,
now, she has a big difference. A reason why all of us here would buy these plantain chips. It's that she custom makes this. Can you imagine that? That means if you order now, you get it hot as it comes from the oven. Imagine you can order now bread hot for yourself in your house as it comes, not 2 days. That's an advantage, right?
Yes.
Yes, because not everybody can do it. But how do you catch up with 1 million persons ordering at the same time, custom made for them? Sorry, not at the same time, different time intervals.
okay, if I get a $1 million for plantain chips, I'm going to give them a time frame they are going to get it. And reason is that I go all the way to Aladi Market at Idori. That is where I get my plantain. So we don't buy those plantain down because we still want them fresh.
No, wait. So you make a batch,
Yes.
not custom.
We make custom. If you want plantain, if you want a particular custom made plantain chips now, say I'm not getting. If you want custom made, if you want custom made plantain chips now,
Yeah.
we can give it to you immediately. Reason being that,
So it is not custom made. Get that? You understand? Custom made is I bring up my cap and I have by the minute and you bring by the minute. That was what you said.
yes, all the snacks you are seeing there, sir, there is ripe and crunchy, there is ripe and salt, there is ripe and spicy. We have them. So if you come to me that, Ruby, I want 1,000 pieces of ripe and crunchy plantain, we have it already.
No, get me. This is good. Extremely good. As a matter of fact, you've done well. It's just an addition. So imagine that we're standing now, Professor Dempsey is there, and then she just places order for your own, for fresh, custom-made plantain chips for her. You know how happy she will be. That's difference. If you can make it possible, this can go all over the world. But I see it's going to be hard. Do you understand? Thank you.
Please, a round of applause for all the businesses. We are going to be announcing the result of the pitch immediately after the first keynote speaker. Please, would like to encourage us to also bring out our phones, search Imagine Communities Africa on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and please like, follow, and support the businesses that posted their videos. You can share with your friends, and just create engagement around what we are doing here today. Also, if you have pitched, please, would like you to just step out very shortly. I mean, all the businesses that which would like to have a very short interview with you before we come to the announcement of the results. Like we earlier said, my name is George Gayokupo. At Imagine Communities Africa, we are concerned about catalyzing technological development across marginalized communities in Africa, and we do that by business incubation, digital literacy education, and also supporting businesses. Thank you very much. We hope you have a nice time.
Thank you so much. Happy time together for them as they make a business. We cannot agree that it's not easy to make money, and let's celebrate the people that came out to peacefully. Let's put our hands together for them. Now, while we're at it, I would like for us to check on our fees because we have like a special package for us. Even if you're not pitching, you would, so that you said you see something to collect. Hey, so you were expecting to see something? Anyways, we're going right into what we have for today. We have seasoned speakers in our midst, and right when we were having the pitch, we had three major people coming into our midst, and I would like to recognize them. We have the presence of Professor Dawsi, Director of Career Services. We all please celebrate. Thank you so much. We also have in our midst Architect Juwon Agbebi. Please let's celebrate him. We also have in our midst Mr. Timi Alabi. Please let's celebrate him. Right, we'll be going into our business of the day. We're here to learn, we're here to learn, and we're here to prepare ourselves for the industry ahead. We're graduating, so we need to equip ourselves with as many information as possible. We'll be having a speaker who will be speaking to us on navigating the marketplace, transitioning from academia to industry. Now I'll be reading our speaker's bio, so build up anticipation. Our speaker is a seasoned strategy and transformation expert with over a decade of experience leading strategy groups in finance, insurance, and oil and gas. As a consultant, he has advised over 120 clients, driving $120 million in transaction. He is also a tech founder, an SDG promoter, a governance advocate.
And a few people do the data analytics. I mean, when I went to school, nobody taught us anything on entrepreneurship. So when I went to school, our response would have been zero to everything. And how we transition, how I transitioned was by attending sessions like this. I was just telling my friend that I just met here, he's a lecturer, here, and I was very happy to meet him. Please let me give him a round of applause. He did tremendous work in the digital space. Now, I was telling him that one of the things that changed my life was attending sessions like this. And there's a gentleman, his name is Kunle Olaifa. He's late now. He died at 33 years old when he was traveling to Ife to speak to young people like this. And I listened to Kunle every day when I was in UI because I was in an organization called ISA. Yes, right? What's up? I said good day, correct. And Kunle, listening to Kunle. Who can guess what I studied in school? Huh?
Animal science.
Say what I did.
Animal science.
Huh?
Animal science.
Professor, we say history. Okay, who knows what I do for a living? Who is that guidance and counseling? Where is she? Stand up. I'm going to send you 20,000 naira. Yeah. Because she just, it was too spot on. Do you know what I do for a living? I'm a strategist. I'm the best strategist out of Africa. Yes, and it's not PR. I'm literally the best strategist out of Africa. I've done strategy across the African continent, in the US, in Canada. I've advised World Bank, I've advised AFDB. I've done transaction value worth hundreds of millions of USD. And that's the job of an economist. Those that I've worked with are people who have PhDs in economics from Harvard, from Yale, from Harvard. And I did not sit down for a day in university for an economics class. Are you with me? Please, if I do like this, everybody should do it. Do like this. You know what it means? Exactly. Mutual respect. Everybody goes quiet. It means everybody goes quiet. Presto, your guys cannot be disturbing me, okay? It means everybody goes quiet. The first move to transitioning from school is that you must know when you are in serious business. The market is too stiff. Strategy is about war. Do you know what war is? Who knows what war is about? What's the job of a soldier? Who can get the job of a soldier? Is there anybody from a military home here? Who knows the job of a soldier? Just don't write the wrong answer. Who knows the job of a soldier? Did you say defense? Protect. What else? You are still using English. I didn't study English. Don't worry. To fight. No, forget all those things. The job of a soldier is to kill or be killed. Simple as ABC. A soldier, when he goes to war, his family members cry. You know why? Because he's either going to get killed or he's going to kill people. If forget all these fights, protect, defense, those are just English. As you are going out, as you are going out there, you are going to war. The market is too stiff, especially if you are from Nigeria. Do you know why the market is stiff? Number one, there's no social security. There's no in-between. There's no unemployment benefit. There's no retirement plan from your mom, your dad, except that from a rich home. But I know majority of us are always from poor homes when we graduate from public schools. So there's no need for me to ask you how many of you are from rich homes. Majority will be from average or struggling or do you know what I mean? And you are competing with people from ultra wealthy homes who have been doing internships since they were in secondary school, who have been exposed to all of these courses I asked you. There's a son of a client of mine that just finished secondary school internship for my company. This boy, Olamide, has already done 3 internships. He has already taken courses in data analytics, in artificial intelligence. He uses a MacBook to design things on Figma. He's just finished from Green Spring Secondary School. Those are the guys you are competing with. So you are not in the race for convenience. Too many young people are looking for comfort. When we were leaving school, let me tell you what the journey was. As soon as you left school, you spend about 3 to 5 years of your life working like a slave,
before you are able to build a profile and begin to charge the money that you really deserve. Now, when the market of convenience, most young people are no longer interested in working so hard because there is now platforms for you to position and build a profile. So as soon as you leave school, you get a nice picture, you put it on digital media and say, tech leader. Somebody did 3 months internship with me. After that, he said, strategy leader and global speaker. I am not even cracking jokes. And intern. You're not in that race. As soon as you are done, you need to tell yourself that I am headed to be the best at whatever it is that I have chosen to do. You need to sit down. You need to toughen your skin. When I say toughen your skin, do you know why COVID did not kill many of us in Africa? Why? Huh? We've seen what I'm COVID. Our skin is very tough. I wanted to use the restroom now. They have to go and look for the key. Because if they let the restroom open, the place will be a mess. And we will not die. Even when we go there, you say he has cholera. Have you? That's why COVID did not kill us. That's why you as a young man living in Nigeria, you cannot after 6 months of work say you have mental breakdown. No. It cannot work. Poverty is extremely stubborn. Some of these things are funny. It's not a joke. Poverty is extremely stubborn. That's why to become a first generation wealthy person is a war. It's a war. As you are living here today, every of the speakers that come, speak to at least 2-3 people. Solid pitch of what is important to you, the value that you can add, not how people can help you. You need to go and bury yourself inside YouTube. Spend hours and hours learning new skills. I saw those guys that did pitch, and I was very impressed because they are already on the race. There's a book by Malcolm Gladwell. It's called Outliers. Everybody should go and read Outliers. He says there are no geniuses anywhere. That outliers, geniuses become geniuses by starting very early. And that by the time you gather about 10,000 hours consistently of doing something, you would have become an outlier, a genius. So as you are living here today, I'm sure majority of you, your average age will be like 19, 20, 21. I didn't wipe myself. So how old can I be 32? Please, you are in a war. You are in a war. When I started work, I was living in Alabama. Who knows Lagos here? Meo. Do you know Meo? And I was going to work in VI. Yes, my mommy is here, I'm not lying. I will wake up at 4 a.m. and leave home at 5 a.m. sharp. If I leave home 5:05, I will get to work late. And I did it for 3 to 4 years. It's a war. You don't understand? You wake up very early and you work, hard work, and X factor. You know what they call the X factor? I think I'm not talking about hard work. X factor. One of those days when lecturers will encourage you to read, this one will encourage you to do this one, your daddy will encourage you, don't you read your book. Now you're on your own. You have to decide how you want to turn out and what you want to be in life. There's the luck factor, but luck, right, can happen to anybody after you have ensured that you are thoroughly prepared. And you are either going to kill poverty or to kill you. Remember, it's a war. Are you following me? Poverty is extremely stubborn. One sickness can take away wealth. Are you following me? You can make money, and after you, your children will blow it away. So for you to achieve consistent generational wealth is extremely difficult. For you to break out from medium or average family or poor family into a comfortable background is hard work. So you cannot be in the middle of people who are whining about Nigeria, who are complaining about lecturers, who are complaining about distance, Lagos is too stressful, Ibadan is too this, I cannot wake up at 5 a.m. Whatever story. When you wake up early in the morning, look at your laptop. 1 a.m. that the one that should be sending that email. You should be the one telling your boss, what do you need? What more can I help you with? When I was in early years, they used to call me Ayo Welumu. My name is Ayo Bankole. My director in PwC, she was a partner. She was Mary Welumu. You know why? Because Mary doesn't talk to analysts. She was chasing something. Are you following me? And everybody that I know, even those whose parents are billionaires, Madam Gote, that's the director now, she did internship in KPMG when I was there. Wealthy people are sending their kids on internship very early. They are learning things. So you cannot be whining about privilege, hating people that have privilege, whining about Nigeria, whining about mental health, whining about... No. Anytime you want to whine, wake up already. I'll tell yourself that. No, I'm in a battle. I think, yeah! I'm not even kidding. It is a war. You can talk to any of your lecturers here or anybody here who has done anything for themselves. It's a battle. There is no story. As I'm talking to you here like this, even though I'm talking, my brain is in the pitch I'm going to do at 3 p.m. If you come back and tell me why you were saying something, I most likely to have forgotten what I'm telling you now. Because my brain is in 300 places at the same time. People will be asking me, how are you resting? Something. I said, when my father was my age, he had money. By the time he died, he didn't even leave me with a shoe. Are you following me? So I'm racing against time. So that my son will not suffer what I suffered. So some of you will be spending time complaining. I wish my dad was a rich man. I wish I went to private school. I wish I did this. Forget wishes. If wishes were horses. I lie. I'll be driving a Rolls Royce. I'll be like Davido. But wishes are not horses. You cannot be wasting your time. Too many young people, because social media, any small thing, mental health, any small thing. Yes, mental health is real, but you have to build your immunity, toughen your skin against mental health. Work like a jackass. You should not be prioritizing packaging, prioritizing convenience over suffer. Long suffering, it pays off eventually. You are racing against time. Your first 5 years is to work 10x than the average person so that you will become an expert at what you do. Then there's the X factor. How do you dress? How do you speak? How do you communicate? How do you engage people? How are you able to analyze? How are you able to view things in life? There are principles. There's a critical mass. When you work your ass out, learn it. Learn everything that you need to learn. Make that call, read that book, go on YouTube. Instagram and all these things, they distract too much. But even on Instagram, there's a way you follow your algorithm that everything you see will be of value. You check your Instagram, I'm seeing Jeff Bezos, I'm seeing the history of Apple, I'm seeing the Clinicon. Are you following me? I have a community of 10,000 SMEs. Don't worry, I made myself, I'm racing against time. Are you following me? I have a community of SMEs, 10,000 SMEs that I support. You know why I'm supporting those communities? Because when my father died, my mom sent me to school in UI with a small business and trading. And that time, night, day, she would be writing all the money that she made, the one that she did not make. And I was wondering, how do you make money from all this money and you still send me money to school? So I said when I go up, I was going to help small businesses. For my consulting work, small businesses cannot pay me. So that was how I started that SME. And because I give so much hours to that SME work, a lot of bigger brands then call me. So you need to identify what you want to be known as. Do you want to be known as an SME expert? Do you want to be known as a strategist? Do you want to be known as an accountant? Do you want to be known as an engineer? I have a cousin that finished from this school. His first engineering job, I think it was 70K or something. He said he was whining. I said, forget whining. Go there every morning, be the last person to live there. Deliver value. Forget whining. If anybody gives you a platform, even if it is free of charge, anything you put your name against, deliver value. Don't have that mentality of employment. They are using me. Nobody is using you. There's nothing like that. It is slavery mentality. You will die a slave. It's poverty. Slavery means poverty. If anybody has given you a platform, an employee or whatever, go there and kill poverty. If they give you 10 jobs, do that. Let the person
be a person of value no matter what.
Oh, that's brilliant. Let's celebrate him. All right. Do we have any questions? We have like 2 minutes to take questions. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions. Okay, I'm seeing a hand up. Do you want to?
Inducing cooperation.
He's speaking English, sir.
Power to make people cooperate with you.
Oh, so are you trying to manipulate people?
No, it's not manipulation, influence.
Influence, great. Let's celebrate it, please. All right, so do we have questions for our speaker? Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
My name is David Kolawi. So my question is, our speaker was talking about internship and working hard and becoming personal value. So how do you get internship? How do you find internship? When you apply to different places, about they want to intern there, but they don't accept your stuff. How do you come and
Do you understand the question?
Okay, so I think we need to read a lot of stories about successful people and how many applications, how many rejections they got before they got their way. So that can prepare you for how many rejections your mind should prepare for. So that it's like fishing. If you are fishing, if you are fishing in a swimming pool, if you fish in a swimming pool, you don't catch anything. You fish well. You cast your net very well. I'm sure you're on social media. Then if you're on social media, you're not seeing internship. You're following the wrong account. There are so many accounts that all they do is internship posts. Go and look for them. And follow all of them. I told you it's a war. You are still looking at it like play. It's a war. When you wake up every morning, your post on your phone should just be showing you internship there, internship there, internship there. If you are truly looking for anything. All of us on this call, I expect that I will get DM from somebody and say, my name is something computer, I enjoyed the session, can I get an internship? Even if I say no, does it remove anything from your body? By the time you send 200 people, one person will say yes. Are you following me? And when that one person says yes, what will you do? You go in there and do what? You go in there and do what? You kill, you go for the kill, exactly. That's not in competition with anybody there. You are racing against yourself and time. You go in there and work as if you are a manager. Are you following me? And learn everything. Be creative about it. And by the time you are done, you are shooting for the net. So that's how to get internship. There's LinkedIn, there's Instagram, there's everywhere. Twitter. There are people who post every time about job and internship. That's what you should follow. Not in Nigeria and stuff.
To be fair, we get information from Kenya. We get gist from there. All right, thank you so much, sir, for that response. Do we have any other questions? All right, please, this will be the... Okay, we have a question upstairs. Please tell us your name and, of course, your question.
Well, my question is basically on age difference and opportunities. So it's on what's it called again? On age difference. Because earlier you mentioned that what's our average age? And we said yes, 1921, 17 years. So my question basically, in terms of age difference, now we have opportunities that says this average age don't apply. But we know majority of us here above 24, 25, some 23. So it depends. So what's the gap now then to bridge that? What's the thing someone to do to bridge that gap? So and I think that's my first question. I think my second question would be on opportunity. What's
It's a collective question.
Yeah, no, yes, someone said the one I should know about that. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much for that question, man. You said that question on behalf of the elderly people that are graduating now. So when you live here, do a SWOT analysis of yourself. Don't deceive yourself. How many people know what SWOT is? Okay, there is no board here. For those who don't know, S is for strength, W is for weakness, O is for opportunity, T is for threat. Now, the S and W, they are internal to you. The O and T are external. Now, in that your SWOT, be very honest with yourself. If your strength is that you are still young, maybe under 25, put it there. If your weakness is that you are already above 25, put it there. Now, that your SWOT will now help you identify, okay, for my age bracket, where are the opportunities for me? Do you understand my point? It simply means that I probably need to double times 2 on certain areas than somebody who is way younger. So you cannot be older and be comparing yourself with younger people, or you cannot be poorer and be comparing yourself with richer kids. Are you following what I'm saying? So that your SWOT analysis is where you start from. And are there opportunities out there for people who are 20, mid or late 20s? Of course, yes, there are lots of opportunities. There are opportunities in construction, environment, technology. They don't discriminate by age. It's just that you now need to spend at least 2 to 3 months learning and acquiring skills like you are addicted to it, so that when they see your CV, even though your age falls short, there will be a lot of value seen in that CV that they want to talk to you. At best, you won't be able to go to maybe 1 or 2 banks who put age bracket. But again, if your CV is so compelling, nothing stops you. Never ever shut the door on yourself. Let them shut it. Don't tell yourself, I'm not qualified for this, I will not apply. They said age. No, nothing concerns you. Give the HR person the work. Let the CV be plenty. When they see you, let them say, who is this guy? This age is bad. But this CV, let me talk to him. Are you following me? Don't be the one to tell yourself, I don't want to talk to myself. Right? And then we'll see if it works or not. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's just a great response. Yes, right about now we'll be having the winner announcement for the pitch session, and I will be calling on Akinyemi Samuel. Oh, please let's celebrate him as he comes on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Right, I'm Akinyemi Samuel, 500 student of software engineering, and I'm the Secretary General of the Futa Cluster Theory. So, now we are going to the announcement of the Pitch It Grand Finale. But before we go, we have to appreciate some people that helped us achieve this. The day I brought this idea, I was like, maybe we should not be here. But then, the first person I shared this idea with was the Director of Center for Entrepreneurship, Vice Professor Dragola. When I went to her office that day, we spoke at length, and she told me something that's achievable if I put my mind to it. She gave me some contact that day, and I started pressing now. And here we are today. I would like to appreciate Emerging Communities Africa. Everybody really appreciates Emerging Communities Africa. These are people that took most of the funding for this competition. I would like to appreciate Mr. Adeshomoju Crown, the former alumni president. I will appreciate the alumni vice president. She's very, very instrumental to the success of this business grants competition. And I would like to appreciate the judges, please. Everybody appreciate these people. They were in Futa last week Friday, and here they are today. Please, I want to appreciate them very well. Mr. Faith Kolani, I'm very grateful. Mr. Ubonti Alibayo Moses, I'm very grateful. And Adepo George, I'm very grateful. So, we are going to eat very well now. I want George to join me here to announce the winner. The Director of Center for Entrepreneurship, Mommy, please join us. Right. So before we go to the announcements, we announced 1 million naira, which is 500,000 for the first position, second for the third position, and 300 for the second and 200 for the third. But also we announced a fully funded scholarship of $150 from Free Business School. We'll be awarding it here and right now. So you can be the lucky winner. But what I want you to do now, bring out your phone. Please bring out your phone. Go to Instagram, search for Emerging Communities Africa. Follow them. We'll be looking for them. We pick our random winners from there. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Very quickly, we are going to be announcing all of the finalists, presenting them the certificate of being scaling up until this point. Then we are going to announce our winners from the finalists. So, very quickly, if you hear your name, please come out with your team. Shalom O, please a round of applause for Shalom O. Please come out very quickly.
Shalom O.
Ruby Taste. Ruby Taste, please, very quickly.
Pisco.
Native Gold. Perfect Happiness. Perfect Happiness. PK Happiness. Best Creative. Thank you very much. Don't capture over here. Please go on that guys. Please very fast.
Please go Best Creative. Please, Perfect Happiness. PK address.
Native Gold. Where's PK address? PK address. Creative. Please, we like all of our guest stars.
Mr. Bakoni,
Come and take
please
pictures.
join us. Mr. Khan.
Before we
Dr. Makoni, Mr. Faith,
Nationals.
please.
Please come and join us. South Enlightenment.
When you see me, just know you're looking at a motherfucking champion.
Alright, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, the business is stay back. So we are going to be announcing who that pushed. We are going to announce the first thing now.
Mr. Khan.
So first, we are going to be announcing present the award. Our company director from State to present the award for the second runner. The first runner-up, second position. We are going to be presenting the award for the first runner-up, that is second position, with a cumulative of 19 points. The second position of Conquistadors and Emerging Communities Africa Business Grants is no other business than Pisco.
third runner-up, which is second runner-up, I think, which is the third position, with a cumulative of 18.5. We have no other business than Shalom O.
She want this, she got this, she no be control of me. She does it, she want it, make me want to go back shots.
Winner of Conquistadors and Emerging Community Africa Business Grant, I'm just like to invite Dr. Macaulay, Pastor Jimon, Mr. Charles, and one time our daddy. This award recognizing how well we have done and to have won the competition. I think it has been a long way coming from applications to reviewing the preliminaries up until this point, winning the business pitch finale. With a cumulative of 20 points, as you can see, it was a very close call. We had also, please, admit me, please, I'm very sorry. Like I am very sorry. I mentioned earlier that I was class 22 graduating class chairman, and this man was our staff advisor, and he's still the staff advisor of the current graduating class. No other person than Mr. Dami Adamolebu. His apologies, can you come up, sir? Thank you very much. Mr. Adamolebu, you'd like to come up, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you very much, sir. With a cumulative of 20 points, like I said earlier, we have the third position at 18.5, the second position at 19, and the first position at 20. No other business than Ruby Paste.
It's just like that's how it is. Cause we have our spirits and we do sense. Oh, I have a vision, can't you see? I'm only moving away from me. Stand up for champions, for champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for champions, for champions. Stand up for champions.
Once again, I appreciate everybody. Please hold us. Appreciate our sponsors, appreciate our judges. Mr. Fitz, thank you so much. Mr. Moses, I'm very grateful. I cannot say now, I can sleep. Yes. To put all this thing up, to come with getting sponsors, to come with applications and all, is a very tasky one. We had 52 applicants across all faculties, with SAT as in having the highest. They have 15% of the total 52 applicants. And reviewing these 52, we picked 35. But fortunately, 28 came to pitch on that day, but here we are, and as winner. I appreciate Class 23 executives, I appreciate our sponsors, I appreciate our judges. Stay tuned with us, the summit just started. Thank you.
Right. Winning is definitely a good thing, and of course they did well, so they deserve what came for them. Please let's celebrate them once again. Alright, now we've had the first session of our keynote speaker, and now we'll be bringing up another seasoned speaker. He is someone of so many degrees, and I want you to open your heart because you'll be blessed if I can permit me to say that. Anyways, I'll be reading his bio as he's an academic educational consultant and entrepreneur. He's a fellow of the Royal Commonwealth Society, the Nigerian Global Affairs Council, a 2021 Caribbean Youth Fellow, a 2022 Open Africa Power Fellow. He earned a first-class bachelor's degree in biology from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and has received 3 Commonwealth scholarships to fund a master's in sustainable environmental management from the University of Greenwich, a PhD in environmental geochemistry and geomicrobiology from the University of Manchester, and most recently, another master's in carbon management at the University of Edinburgh. Currently, he lectures in the Department of Biology at FUTA, specializing in environmental sustainability. He is also the founder of Illumania, an online educational consultancy that has helped over 300 students across Africa secure scholarship worth $12 million, earning him a Royal African Leadership Award in 2021. Please let's make welcome Dr. Macaulay.
All right, thank you very much. Before I go on, I need to greet some elders in the house. I can see professors here. Professor Downs, Professor Daramola. I greet you, Mass. I'm sorry if I can't identify the other faces, but I apologize. Yeah. All right, so let's go on. Where is my slide? Technical, my slide. Because I don't have time. I have a lot to talk about. Okay, so I'll be speaking on transitioning from academia to industry, the grad school route. No, if you're in America, it's route, but please don't say route here. It's route. Okay? Because we follow the British system. So I don't want to hear route. It's route. Okay, next slide, please. So quickly, we'll be running through this. Self-evaluation, what to study, considering a career switch, how competitive is your profile, choosing the right scholarship, get your documents ready, additional tips. Next slide. Okay, self-evaluation. So I'm very glad that my friend, Mr. Ayo, I've known him for a while now. I'm seeing him for the first time, but we've been friends. It's quite interesting. That he talked about, I love how he spoke aggressively from his heart. And he said something, SWOT analysis. That's exactly what this self-evaluation is. So before you start any journey about, I want a scholarship, the first thing you should ask yourself is, where am I? Where do I want to be in 5 years' time? What do I need to get there? Do I even need a master's or I don't? Or what I need is just qualifications, professional qualifications. You don't need a master's to make it in life. You don't. I have a friend who works with KPMG in Lagos, but currently works with KPMG in Manchester. He has no master's. He just gets qualifications. You know all these names that you start seeing, FCMD, CCYD, DDD, HIV. He just had qualifications, but the right one for his discipline.
And it was sufficient enough for him to be attracted by the KPMG branch in Manchester. And they pulled him across, and he's over there now. He's a manager. He has no masters. But some of you think the moment I graduate, the first thing is masters. Look, if you don't have a proper plan, and if the masters is relevant to the career goal, you will do the masters and you still be useless. I'm a lecturer, I'm telling you. I teach MSc too. So I'm just telling you. So before you start talking about MSc, PhD, first thing first, SWOT analysis. What do I like? Because some of you, they gave you a course. You know, when they ask you now, what did you study? You say, they gave me. So the question, if you don't like what you're studying right now, and you know it's something you don't want to continue to do, then you probably need to ask yourself, when I graduate, what do I now want to do? Do I want a career switch to what I really like? I'll tell you how to do that as we go on. Or, I know what I do. Let me just stay and upskill. Learn some additional things and then grow up the ranks. So you need to do SWOT analysis. Where do you want to be in 5 years' time? Do you really need a postgraduate degree? What specialization will help you get there? Do you have the money to fund yourself? And if the answer is no, like me, the only time I ever paid tuition was 100 level in FUTA. That was the last time I ever paid tuition. 200 to 500 total. I was fortunate. They paid everything. I graduated, Masters Commonwealth, PhD Commonwealth, and every other thing. The EMBA I did too. The Quantic was on scholarship, and even the current one I'm doing now is on scholarship. The only time I paid tuition was 100 level. But like he said, it was like a war. I was extremely aggressive. It's like I was looking for scholarship like a thief. That's how I would just Google and I'll start, there should be a scholarship for this thing, and I'll find. I think there is a scholarship for virtually anything that you want. The problem is that you spend half of your time on TikTok. If you divide it by half and then you spend that other half on Google, just checking out things, you'll be stunned. There is a scholarship for biogas. I did it for 3 months, and I learned from the Swedish people, the best at it. And that's exactly what I want to do now. But let's leave that alone. Now, are you willing to put in the work? Scholarship is a full-time work. I mean, a scholarship pursuit is a full-time work. I remember that when I was in school here, applying, not in school, I had finished, but I was a lecturer. I needed a scholarship for my PhD. The apartment where I stayed, my compound, my neighbors thought I was a Yahoo boy. Do you know why? Because I was switching on my generator between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. And they will see me sit by the window side with my laptop, till 4 a.m. I'll do it the next day, and they were like, Yahoo ni boy in my machine. Do you know what I was doing? Searching for schools, putting in the shift, putting in the work, before it finally, with lots of rejections, before it finally worked. They won't tell you this. The internet will tell you I've won 14 times. But they won't tell you I actually applied 89 times to 2024. 89. I only won 14. Do the math. Is the probability nice? I think it's poor. Maybe 1 win in every 7 attempts. So if you are the type, like you said, you are not tough. My mental health, after the third breakfast, you just close shop and say you are not doing it again. I tried 89 times and I won 14 out of 89. But what the news will tell you is that he has won 14. They won't tell you about the bad side. The times when I would lose and I would sulk in my bed for 3 days, pick up myself again and continue. But what they will tell you is that I've won a lot. So this is the story behind the glory. Okay? Next slide. So what to study? So now that you've evaluated yourself and you're having an idea, the next thing is, what do I now want to do? Do you want to do a master's? There are 2 types. You have a thought master's that is a year. That means that master's by coursework. The research component is not a lot. 3 months max. Or master's by research. We call it MSc research, that one, a year, 8 months, you are doing your research. Usually, the master's by research is 2 years, and you normally find that in the US. The UK really likes the thought MSc. It's a year. So you tell yourself, which one do I really want? So think about it. Number 2 is PhD. Some of you are not aware, but there are straight PhD opportunities from bachelor straight to PhD without masters. Bachelor straight to PhD, but you can only do that in the US as well. Why do they allow it in the US? I will explain. It's because the PhD is usually 5 to 6 years. So your first 2 years, you are doing coursework. That's the reason why they don't care, because when you come, they're still going to do coursework for 2 years, and your last 3 to 4 years will now be the research component. Unlike the UK, we're straight into the research. 3 years, maximum 4 years, and you are done. So understand how these things work. It's not necessarily because there's an advantage somewhere. It's still the same thing, actually, at the end of the day. Because you can't do straight PhD in the UK, so you should have done a master's. So at the end of the day, when you do the calculation, it's still the same thing. People will ask me, where is the best place to study, UK or US? I find it ridiculous. Why? Look at the top 10 schools in the world. You are in the UK and the US, so choose anywhere you want to study. But most importantly, rather than look for schools by general ranking, look for schools by subject ranking. I will explain. There is a course called, if you are interested in development studies, University of Sussex in the UK is the best in the world, but they are not even in top 30 in the world. They are not even in top 10 in UK. But the moment you type development studies, number 1, University of Sussex, you can Google anything I say here, just confirm so that you don't think I'm speaking. Just check it. So sometimes it is good to check based on subject ranking. Why? You want to be the best in that discipline. So why not go to the best place they will teach you rather than looking for general ranking? Because let me shock you. Some universities, e.g. Oxford, very good, probably top 4 in the world, but their environment studies is very poor. Very, very poor. Manchester is far better than Oxford. Environment. So understand these secrets about subject ranking, so that if you want to be a fantastic environmental scientist, you will not be chasing Cambridge and Oxford. They are not the best for that. You go to the place where you know when the professors that will supervise you are probably the best in the world. Number 1. That is the reason why graphene was discovered. Where? Manchester. The Nobel Prize in chemistry. The 2 guys that discovered it, Manchester. I knew their office close to mine when I was there. It was an inspiration anyway. So that's what I'm trying to say. That choose based on subject, not general. I don't want to waste too much time on that. MBA. If you are business driven, this is a professional master's. I have an MBA, but that's because I also have startups, because I'm more of an academic entrepreneur kind of. I'm trying to mix both. But you see, before they gave me the scholarship, I did an interview via Zoom, and they were asking me, what business do I have? Why do I need an MBA? So you see, it is not just about, I want an MBA. You won't get a scholarship, we just give you admission. And admission is easy to get. Why? Come and study, you need your money, so you will pay. Scholarship, you want them to pay you, then they scrutinize you more. So admission is not scholarship. Some of you will chase the admission, then you come and say, I have admission, I don't have a scholarship. Of course, it's the easier one to get, admission. The scholarship is everything. Because any school will give you admission, because you will pay them. But scholarship, you want them to pay you. They will scrutinize you, and there are not many spots. 90 people can apply, they are only looking for 5 people. You already have a business, or you work in the bank, e.g.,
and you support SMEs in that bank, or you work as a financial advisor for SMEs, startups, there will be something connected to business that you do. That's when you can get an MBA scholarship. If not, they won't give you, they will think you don't need it. PGD, postgraduate diploma, some of you whose grades are really low.
Being together and, agreeing, but there's no way you be in agreement with someone 24/7. There was the fight, there was the conflict. How do you manage conflicts? What's your conflict resolution like? Or what would you advise as an effective conflict resolution?
Well, we're Nigerians. And in Nigeria, there's actually the crime, that's coming up that this which is actually in developed countries. But in Nigeria, the man is the head of the home. That is non-negotiable. So if you actually are a woman in a Nigerian crime, the secret to you being in your home and being able to achieve whatever you want to achieve is actually submission to your husband. No matter how much you are able to achieve, no matter who you are, the secret to actually being in the home and being able to achieve whatever you want to achieve is actually submission. Because if you don't submit, you end up being out. It's actually fundamentally true. When you look around for women that actually are not able to submit to their husbands and actually out there achieving much, you notice that they're not in their homes. It's either they're not in a relationship or they're living separated lives or something is just happening. So that's very, very fundamental.
We are speaking as regards a woman. Now, what about the men?
Okay.
What's their place? I mean, the woman is to submit, we can all agree, but what is the place of the man?
Okay, I'm not a man, but I will try to kind of like, the place of a man is actually leadership. Like, I was trying to understand, a woman has a lot of things she has to do. A woman needs to have a child, take care of the baby, take care of the husband, take care of the home, have a career, do so many things at the same time. You now wonder, if a woman could do all these things, why can't she just be the leader too and the head? So the man is actually fundamentally the leader, because though the woman is able to do anything or everything, she actually needs someone to lead her. It's fundamentally important. And that's what women are actually looking for in men. Men that can be true leaders, that can be able to lead them, that can be able to direct them, that can be able to hold their hands to actually reach up to whichever potential they want to get to. So men, please, stand up to your task and lead your women. Be out there, train them examples and be the leaders that they need to be.
That's inspiring, very inspiring. Now, our generation, we find it very hard to navigate the whole idea of trust, vulnerability, being open in your relationship because of the fear of being used. I mean, I'm talking from a female perspective. I don't think men would say they are being used. I'm not being used.
For men that in case you have a divorce,
right, exactly. Except that case, we're still talking relationship. How do you advise we become more open and handle vulnerability? So when it doesn't get to a point where you're oversharing or undersharing.
Well, I think the Bible actually says for that. It says the two were naked and they were not ashamed.
Right.
So the issue of vulnerability is actually when you're in marriage, you have to be vulnerable. You have to open up. You have to communicate. You have to be one. If not, then the marriage will not definitely work. So the vulnerability part is actually very, very fundamental. You can't say, I'm the owner of this, or this is mine, or this is yours, or like that. No. Vulnerability is fundamental. That's one fundamental thing in marriage. That's why both are naked and they were not ashamed. Imagine being naked. That is the lowest level of vulnerability. Yes.
Right. Thank you so much, Ma.
You're welcome.
Please let's celebrate her.
Thank you very much for having me.
Do we have questions? There's actually actually a link to scan, but we can just take it quickly from the audience. Do we have questions? Are we sending the questions to the link, or we just want to ask outright? Okay, fair. Can we get...
Thank you very much for the opportunity, ma'am. So it's like I'm answering this question in advance because I'm not doing it. So I want to ask, as a guy that has female friends and probably 2, 3, 4 of them are getting married, how do you transition your relationship with them now they are married compared to when you are still friends, now I'm single friends? Like, how do you now relate to them now?
I also refer to, it says you talk to or you relate to other women like your sisters. So that's how you relate to them. And things that you need to understand the kind of husband they have. There are some husbands that are very possessive. You may marry that kind of person and you see the way he reacts to you when he gets close to his wife. Definitely back. So you actually have to understand that she is now married. Assess the kind of relationship he has with the person she's married to. Assess the kind of if you are friends with her husband, you know that's another different level. But if you're just friends with a woman, definitely you have to assess the kind of relationship you have with the husband. The kind of relationship you also have with the wife has to change to that of friendship based on your knowledge of the husband married, and also the woman herself should also be very, very careful to relating to her friends the way she used to relate. She has changed status. She's now a different person. She's now married. She now has what I call it a leader over her head. So it's very, very fundamental for her to be able to acknowledge that and for her to be able to relate based on that basis. So it's actually, I believe it's actually left for the woman to actually define the kind of relationships that has to with you and not even up to the man.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was such an amazing session.
Thank you very much for having me.
Alright, while we're still building momentum, we're going to go directly into the next panel session. Yes, you need to be equipped for the future. Thank you so much. Let's celebrate that response. I would love for Mr. Moses to also answer that question.
Thank you very much. So, I'm Moses, and I'm a technology entrepreneur. So, I run Travella, it's peer-to-peer logistics program. We launched 2021. And then, but I currently study the concept of wealth, creation and exchange of wealth. How anybody can start from zero and then get to one. So, I'm not yet there, okay? But then I'm still studying this. Thank you.
Wow, that's it. So now, we have a major question for Pastor Juwan. Sorry, my architect, Pastor Juwan.
It's fine.
What are the strategies you found that would help build professional work relationships?
I'll mention two strategies that can help you build professional work relationships. And not just, I'll start from the relationship, but take it further. The first one will be to identify the value you have in yourself. I know that it's a popular saying. Most people say, when you look at a glass of water, is it half full or half empty? Now, it seems like it's cliche, but it's actually real. If you believe you have, then the world will treat you like you actually have. And if you believe that you don't have, then what you have Because there's nobody who has nothing. And that's the truth. And this is not you trying to be theoretical in this. You actually have something. Now, in most relationships, let me use the context of boy meets girl. You would often get the question, what do you bring to the table?
Yes.
But that question actually applies in every area of life. So even if I don't have anything, quote unquote, what I don't have is something that I can trade now. But I have something that I can trade for something you want. So what that means is if I don't have the money, I can have the time, I can have the ideas. And so what makes relationships try, professional relationships and work environments, is that exchange of value. So I must have something I can exchange for value. You can't just like me. Now you can like me for just liking me. Maybe because you like the way I dress, you like the way I speak, but I must be able to exchange that for something valuable sustainably. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So not if you like the way I dress, then can I leverage on the way I dress for your own mind? Because I mean, have you seen somebody dress before and then you say that the mind that can put these colors together can cause a word problem, right? And so I know someone in my life, and I'm not kidding, someone who is very, very valuable. He has gone on now to do amazing stuff. What connected us together was the dress. And so he could use, sir, combine this color to this color, and then you're going to have this. That was what got him within the door. Now, when that gets you within the door, please and please don't just use your gift, your talent, your ideas to dance with everybody. Have a hint of character.
Hint of character.
Just have a hint of character.
So
because
too much.
It doesn't have to be too much, but have a hint of character. Why? Even thieves are looking for somebody who is trustworthy. So keep what they stole. So that's the very first thing. The second thing then is believe in yourself. Like I said, the first thing is know that you have something and trade what you have for what you want to get. You actually have value. Then believe in yourself, because I think the problem of Nigeria and Africa, the way I see it, is that we have so much value but we don't know what we have. And even when we know what we have, we still trivialize it. Alright, so believe in yourself, exchange the value that you have now for the one that you can exchange for what you really have. It seems like it's a long journey, but believe me, that's the way the world operates. You actually operate the world based on capital, and capital is not just the amount of money you have, but actually what you can exchange for what you have. So that's what I want to say.
Thank you so much. That was such a good idea. Just celebrate that response. Alright, so I would love for Mr. Moses to actually answer the question on diversity. You mentioned tech and entrepreneurship. So I want you to enlarge the coast for us to understand how that works. What's that dynamic like?
Okay. So the way it works is primarily there are startups and then there are tech startups. There are startups and then there's tech startup, there's enabled startup. And then very simple concept of it's a business generally. You're creating value, you're exchanging it, and then there is the tool of distribution. And as a matter of fact, that entire process of you creating value and then you selling it to somebody else through distribution, that's where it's from. Okay. So the countries where they don't have it that they're creating, there's no real money in the entire place. It's probably because somebody else that's selling and they are managing or stealing. Do you understand? Now, tech or no tech, the benefit of it is that businesses that are created very good, tech solutions, very easily. And what that means is that I can sell globally. You know that running a tech startup means that I have the opportunity of becoming one of the richest in the world. 400 in the next 5-10 years. For a very good example, we in 2021, and then by was it June of 2021? As of January of 2021, we were worth just ₦1 million. By June, we valued those as $3 million.
That's amazing.
By committing $200,000 for 6 months things are running from this school. There was exam that day. I was supposed to have the example. I had the example run down for the teacher. Now, that being said, the technology that allows for scalability. If you don't have a base, you can roll it, but the in between large depth of knowledge. If you follow me on social and you see very well, I don't joke with knowledge. Why? You know, I come from a very old background. Of course, we do have privilege. Everybody has capital. I identified my own, but the thing there is that you compete like Macaulay said, and the other minister said that you're competing with those that have privileges that you don't have, unfair advantages. My unfair advantage is that I'm from Nigeria, I'm rugged. You understand? That rugged shady. Yeah, I mean, if you go to other African countries, the ones I've been to, you see people are sluggish. You come here and you're like, guys, what? Move now. Do you understand? But here, that's our advantage because we suffered and the challenges you want to come with. Yeah. So it kind of makes it easy and then walk through. Now, but the thing that your chances of one of the top 10 from Africa is drastically reduced 7.0000 something like that. That means that something and being a very great man, what 1.7 billion is not amount being in Nigeria, he is in Nigeria, but not in Nigeria, but in the youth. The dynamic exchange when you go out the water to the other world, that means that if you want to reward the amount of be able to have that capacity to well, the chances of doing that in Africa is reduced. I wrote this morning, which is completely part of this, that you sell here, you win here. If you don't win here, it's a winning no one. Especially if you're not going to resident there. So you're resident here, you win here, you become the Dangote here in all of Africa. Then you take the money, which if converted to that side, in London City, reduces to very little. Then you invest and you have to stay there and donate the market. That's when tech comes in. It gives you to run fast and do it well. Other markets that is non-tech, the competition is high, it's capital, and we don't have. Do you understand? That's why those advantages and things.
Yes, thank you so much. So I mentioned that, you know, coming to school, changing dynamics of career path, not exactly changing, but the whole from mechanical engineering to transport management. Right. So how would you explain that situation as regards handling setbacks or handling things that like affect your choices? Or let's use the common word. How would you handle failure and setback? And what are things to learn from failure? What are things to learn from setbacks?
All right. So the first thing is popular definition, right? It's we can give credit to motivation aspects. Do we say we want to get in Nigeria, right? So what they said to us that failure is not that things didn't work. It's just that you found a way not to do it. You found a way for something not to work. All right. So you're saying out of the myriad of choices, ways to get to a particular destination, you found out that going through this route, I don't say route or route, would not get you there. All right. So one of the things that I learned or I've learned from failure is that it has built me resilient. All right. Being able to bounce back. What was it? Bouncing back. If you didn't go back, there's no way to rebound. Yeah. All right. So it pushes you back to your drawing table. You look at exactly what are the things that I put on the table that I thought were good, but now testing it in the market, I see that it's not. I'm using market. It could be your career, it could be your academics, all right? The same thing. Say for example, when I was in school, one of the things that I had to learn is because of the kind of course it was, I had to go multidisciplinary. So I went to engineering, I went to everywhere. We did everything, and even in food for crying out. All right. So one of the things I learned from there is I found out that every peg that you are handed by situation is not the same for every hole that you have. So you have to then learn how to create the holes so that the pegs that are handed to you fit into those holes. You cannot keep covering up every hole or every peg, destroying every peg in that sense that is handed to you, because on your way to that, and I must put it out there, God is a master strategist. Yes. God knows what he's doing. You have at the back of your mind, whatever, yes, is the devil powerful? Yes, he is. Trust me, I would say you're the center of God's will for your life, trust me. Alright, so you should know that whatsoever is handed down to you, in the purview of possibilities, you can still find it there. So use what you have at that time to get what you need. So failure is not far out, like they said. It is not the end of the world, alright? It just shows you this is not the way to get this done. Either you don't have all the knowledge, you need someone to help you, just like Mr. Mike said, he didn't have everyone. He didn't have maybe someone to look out to. But that image of possibility, after he had failed back, because not having first class, why is there first class? They know that they want us to have it. So not having it, you have failed at a particular goal. It's just a treat. If you did not have first class, 200 level, you were failing at some, you were getting a particular, but you had failed at that mark, all right? So seeing that image of possibility, he gave him that introspection, that resilience to say, I can go for this, all right, and make something out of it. So resilience, basically, is one of the things I've learned from failure.
Thank you so much. I think let's celebrate that response. All right, go ahead.
Right. I just want to add something to what he said. I look at failure this way. Failure is the price you pay for success. Until you're ready to pay enough of it, don't expect success. And the reason I said that is because every failure is actually getting you closer to the success. I think the issue with the way we see failure is the way we see it. That's the issue with failure. I know most of us might know this. Thomas Edison tried a number of times, a lot of times, before he actually then did that. So failure is the price you pay that takes you to the next opportunity to either fail again or succeed. But this is one thing I'm saying, the final thing I'll say about failure is learn to fail as many times as possible in secret. Learn to fail as many times as possible in secret. I mean, even in trying to think and put together ideas, you can fail at it. Yes. So I think the issue with many of us is we just want to try things once or a few times and get it done. But the people we celebrate today actually did not get those things done the exact way they said it. I appreciate what Dr. Macaulay said when he said he had 89 trials but 14 wins. And that's a legacy of failure, if you ask me. That's a legacy of failure, but it has actually boosted his successes. And he's right here today, I'm sure, because of his successes, not because of his failures. So if you are willing to invest in enough failure and don't look at failure as you are the one who failed, but you failed at something, it means that you can succeed at every other thing as well.
Wow,
Thank you.
Please note something. You forgot to add something. You can fail and fail and fail and still end up with failures. The reason being that you succeed from the failures you learn from. The one you didn't learn from is zero. Thank you.
Alright, so one final question for Architect Joanne Baby. He's really big on personal development, and I just want you to throw in one advice as regards someone that's just starting the journey of personal development. We might think, they spent years in school, in the university, but maybe they've not really developed themselves to the right spot or to the right place to actually open them to opportunities. What's that one advice you give them, or for someone starting the journey of personal development?
So I would, and I want to say thank you very much, Mr. Moses, for that addition. A very powerful one at that. So my single advice would be overcome inertia. Overcome inertia. Start something and start now. That's my simple advice.
Thank you so much. Now we'll have the chance to take questions. Do we have questions in the house? Can I get someone?
Let me say something that, look at this person sitting here. On a normal day, you would never have 30 minutes or 5 minutes of their time. And the big problem with that is that you never learn anything from their success story like you are doing here. Over 500 people listening to me on Instagram. How can I respond to everybody? So this is the opportunity. So ask the question, even if it's one. Do you understand? Yes, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for this wonderful section. My question is actually around Dr. Makoli's when he was taking the section the other time, this panel section. So I was in a conversation with one of my friends. I'm actually not a final year student, I'm a 300 level. So I was in a conversation with one of my friends one time, and he was kind of, okay, is he really like forfeit NYSC for a scholarship? So in the course of the conversation, we were not trying to, okay, is it a local scholarship or an international scholarship? So my question is, any scholarship whatsoever is really proper to forfeit NYSC and decide to go for NYSC and go for the scholarship and leave NYSC?
All right, I get that question a lot, and I'll be very frank, straight to the point, because I'm an academic, I'm not an inspire to Maguire to fill in the gap. Now, these international scholarships don't care whether you're doing what. NYS is a national thing. They don't care. However, maybe for your own future, you should do it, and this is why. Who knows Kemi Adeosun? Former Minister of Fantastic. What happened to her? Who knows? She was what? She was what? No, she resigned. But do you know the story behind her resignation? NYSC. Now let me get to the point. The point is this. Have you asked yourself why these people are doing? Now, she was working in a major bank in the UK, doing very well before the Ogun State government called her to be commissioner for finance. She did so well, they nominated her to become the minister, and she got in there. She was supposed to serve, she did not. So before getting that first job, they would tell you, if you want to work for the government, have you said forged her NYSC for her? She took away. The problem with that is, the thing didn't come to her at that point. I mean, the evil she did not come and haunt her at that point. It is the higher you go. That's where the thing will be steering you and will come and bite you at the middle of your ass. Do you know what happened? She got to the minister stage where everybody wants to get her and say, and she was doing a good job. And one thing about being at the spotlight is that your enemies will stand looking for the errors of your past. And they just realize, this lady was in UK now, all through her life. And to hold this office, she's supposed to serve. Next one, did she serve? That is how NYSC said, we can't find her details. I don't think this lady served. So how did she even become the commissioner before we start even talking about the minister? When they opened the entire thing up, they had to tell her that you lose all the benefits, just resign. There's a reason why these people out there doing so well, we invite them to serve to come down. Case in point, Ngozi Iweala, she was VP for bank. They invited her to become the first female finance minister. The problem is when I tell you this type of a thing, that think about the future. Your country might need. I don't get your idea. You are like a child. Because in 20 years' time, do not think this way. When the opportunity now comes, you'll be like, oh my God, this is a big opportunity. It will change, and it can change because they don't joke with Nigeria in the Gulf nations. It's a big country. You can see ill of your country, that's fine. On the global
I well, money, right? So I'm money push you to learn economics. There's something called and so on. How what we want to supply. So it will be less. Because now, if you have demand than what business you're trying to profile, it means that you have a requirement for what you want to stress. At least one less stress. You know, you're not trying to say some of the people who are willing to your product differentiation, what you stand out in the market, so that when people see that concerns, know it's you and are not that's that and try to do that. That's the first thing.
Thank you. Very good. Now, number one, all business enterprises will run. And do you recognize some knowledge? You know that expertise in there's something that are good or actually they are more one again. Existing products. I'm not gotten to before. Do you understand? Study very well. You know which one you have to do.
I'm talking about that you have potential to navigate.
Let's look at those interests. Biology
public health, a subset of talking okay, that's that can next thing. Now we market balance. And it's all the environment. Not the cost of climate change. Why? That's so to go be around. So, I really love your question. I love your honesty as well. So that's why I really thought the word. So I think listen to me. Hello, let me listen to me. The reason why I use the word talent the same in this room, but you found your way to ensure that your question you have pick the negative because you are directing towards the negative talent. But for instance, you might not be able to think and the ability to organize. You which means that people support that same skill of organization analytics. Let's use that as an example. So look at something that people always compliment about a lot. No, something that people like about you see things, how we interpret with this. Around and when we talk about environment, things that things onion, like your popular singer will say, inside that your own event. All right, so that's how you look at yourself. I'm saying this just for lower levels here. All right, I say
this is what I mean. All right, things are being shaped like in. All right, you don't need to come early for classes. When I try to train you on punctuality, because they know that time, they tell you to do design work in groups. You understand that when you get into the marketplace, you are not God and forth. That when you get it is war, it is a race, or let's do better still. You are running against other people, and you need to get that organization not state of itself, but just because they want to get it, what you're doing is coming up to that. When that when you find, so the academic world, and I say you don't drop out of school if you can. You don't drop out of school. And understand that value chain. Understand that value chain of your life. You will get to things that you want. Trust me.
So much that thank you.
Here is on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram and Instagram. Ask questions. Answer all your questions. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Everyone has their knowledge of the understand that the magic within us just very much as a big round of applause. The link is up and without it. Right, are we done? We don't see the game. We have prizes for so everybody's a winner, but on this matter, only 3 people can just conquest. Are we? Why? Alright, so you try, you said, I can see different kind of funny.
Thank you very much.